Hey everyone, Jay here at Lived and Learned DIY. So today's video is going to be just a little bit different than what we typically do, but it's still going to be DIY. Stay tuned for some disclaimers that you guys really need to know in order to protect yourself on this video. There may be some subject matter here that is not suitable for all audiences, and that's okay. You guys want to switch off to another video, that's just fine. But I just want to give you those disclaimers, and we'll go through those right now. Okay folks, disclaimer number 2. So this video is not in any way meant to be a tutorial video on how to butcher and process hogs. It is absolutely is not. There's all kinds of guys out there who are way more qualified than myself that can do this, and you should be watching those because this is absolutely not a tutorial video. However, there were some mistakes made, and that's on me. I kind of made the call on that, made a couple mistakes, and we corrected, got everything back, everything's right. No one got hurt. Everyone had a really good time. Everyone got a freezer full of meat and sausage and all kinds of things. So that was a whole goal of the weekend. Yes, there were mistakes made. Yes, you'll see those on the video. And yes, I will even give commentary saying that I'm the one. I'm responsible. I made the call. So we're going to go through this video. I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video. I want you to know that up front, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a comment down below if you think I'm just a total idiot and I shouldn't be doing hogs. Whatever you guys want to do. But anyway, we'll get you this video right now. Hey everybody, Jay here at Lived and Learned DIY. So today we've got something a little bit special in plan for you. We've actually already started the process, so we're going to go here, and actually what we're doing, I got my whole family here, my extended family, friends and everything, and we are butchering 3 hogs today. So what we're doing is we're getting ready to kill the last hog. We're going to document that for you, and we'll take out the gory parts for YouTube because they won't let us show that. But anyway, we'll just show you everything, the steps and the processes to getting it quartered up and in the freezer. So we'll get that for you. It's okay, come on. It's not okay, but go on. That's what you need. Coming to you, Grant. Okay, so what we've got, we've dispatched the hog, and we've cut his jugular vein. It's bleeding out right now, and as you can see, a natural reaction to what's happening is it's jerking. So we wait for a few minutes till all this settles down, and we'll cut right here to install our gambrels on the hog and then be able to hang it. We're going to let it calmly just calm down here, and then we'll go to cutting and getting everything ready. what we're going to do is we're going to take this knife and we're going to go, it's still jerking quite a bit, but we're going to go through the above the hock joint right here and through this leader. We tried one here before and it came out after we were pulling on it and doing some skinning. So we're going to go here. The last hog went a lot better there. We're going to do that.
We have to spread these out really hard when we do it up there.
So right now we're putting the gambrels through the rear tendon on the hog so we can hang it and finish bleeding it.
The knife
Behind you on the wood pile. So something we're going to do different with this hog than we did with the other hogs, we're actually going to make country hams out of this part of the hog. So we're going to scrape that remove all the hair. And we got the gambrels in. Just turn it around. Alright. Let me get the tractor and we'll get that started. Okay, so what we've got here is Grant washing the hog down. Because it was in a pen with mud and dirt, we've got the hog tied up here by the gambrels, as you'll see, and then we've got it cut down there. The blood is still coming out. We've got the mud. Grant's washing the mud off. Trying to get all the mud and the blood off of it before we start skinning it, but like I said, we are going to make country hams out of this back ham section of the hog right here. So we are actually going to not skin this part, I'm sorry. We're going to scald that part and scrape it, and I'll get footage of that as well. And got my buddy Andrew right here. He's helping us do some recording today, and so we're going to get this thing cleaned up as best we can, and then we'll start the process of getting the hair off of it and then getting the skin off the rest of the hog. So I had to switch out to my Carhartt wool hat here. It's getting pretty cool. Anyway, so what we're doing is we shot the hog with a 22. I think it's a 22 long rifle, and it does kill the hog eventually, but what it does is it stuns them, and then we actually cut the jugular and it bleeds them out while their heart is still beating. And I know that sounds cruel and inhumane, but it's really not. It's very sudden death. We keep the sanctity of the animal in check and in mind for this. And also too, you don't want the blood pooling in the body at all. A lot of times when you have wild game, when you shoot, say like a white-tailed deer, and its adrenaline is pumping through its body as it's dying, it's run across a field, through a thicket, in a woods, or in a creek, and then you have to go haul it out, and then you cook the meat, and it's gamey tasting. That's exactly why. It wasn't drained of the blood, and you get that gamey taste unless you soak the meat really, really well, which obviously these are domesticated hogs. They've been taken care of, and we are trying to do the best we can with these. This is the third one for the day. This is the third one for the weekend. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take these down. We've been taking the other two after we got them skinned and quartered. We take them and put them in a non-working deep freeze and put ice in it, and that helps to soak out any blood that's left over, and also chills the meat, because warm meat is entirely too hard to cut. So we put it on ice tomorrow morning after we eat breakfast. We're going to go down and have a day of it, and there'll be a bunch of us working. We'll get some footage of that for you. So anyway, Grant just finished up with washing the hog down nice and clean. We got a little blood right down there, but other than that, nice looking specimen. About 300, 325 roughly. So anyway, we're going to get busy. We'll get busy processing this hog, and we'll get some more footage here. Andrew's going to get that while we're working on the hog for you.
What we're doing now is getting it ready to be skinned before we hang it up.
I'm actually ready to take the intros out.
Oh, yeah, but we're gonna start skinning its belly.
Sorry, Ed. You alright? There you go.
Okay, so we got the hog, we got the head taken off. Still draining just a little bit of blood, which is still not normal. And so we got all the intestines and lots of other parts here. We'll show you that later. But anyway, all this is hanging here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it right here until we get down to the bone. And I'm not sure what that's called, but it's a bone that goes across here. It has to be split. We'll trim around its private parts or its anus back here and take the tail and anus down through with all this, keeping it intact so that we don't get any contamination of the meat. So now we're down to the pelvic bone. I've just hit the pelvic bone with a knife. We're going to take this on up. You can see the inside of the hog there.
Holes.
Here and here.
Oh, you took my gripper.
Beautiful.
Me too. Let's lift it up a little bit. I don't like to be alone. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Is that the last one?
No.
This is number 2 of 3. Go. Here. Put me a little pressure. I'll cut that right there. That's what's holding it. Through the back, back here in the back. Now we just got meat. Now let me cut it. Ready to go? Yep. You gonna do it from back there? Yeah.
Pig split in half.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So we've got the hog. We're still trying to scald it enough to get the hair off. And what we got here, Grant built this off of a plan a friend of ours had, basically for a skinning cradle. And we were kind of skeptical at first, but it actually works. It works pretty darn good because all four of us can get around the hog and work on it and do it pretty quickly. The last hog we did, when we weren't trying to scald the hams, took about 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's from I should say that's from dispatching the hog, gutting it, skinning it, quartering it, and getting it in the freezer. So there you go. Okay, so we're gonna check. Oh yeah, look, see how easy the hair is coming off? We're gonna start scraping it. Okay, so it took a little bit longer than we hoped or expected maybe, but we have now pretty much a clean ham ready to start cutting off the hog and using to make country ham with. We still got to clean up some stuff, try to take a brush and clean it up and get the rest of the hair off, but for the most part it's clean. Hey, good morning everybody. Jay here at Lived and Learned DIY. So we're on day 2 of our hog killing and processing, and today is the processing phase. We got all the hogs killed yesterday, got them skinned, quartered, or whatever, halved, whatever you want to call it, and we've got an old non-working deep freeze here that came from my mother's house. I think it burned out, electricity or a lightning storm, something happened. Anyway, it's not working, but I'm going to show you in just a moment what we do with that. So we're here, everybody's excited, we're getting ready to go. I'm going to show you the inside of my shop and what's going on there, so we'll get that started, and I'm going to show you here in just 1 second. Okay, so on the deep freeze, what we did is we actually have the meat in here. We went and got several bags of ice, and we just have it packed in ice, and we let some of the water run out this morning, and there it is. We're going to start hauling that stuff inside and getting ready to start processing that. Okay, so we're inside the shop now, and I'm going to show you what we've done. We got all our friends and family here, and we've got the shop set up. Instead of making signs today, we got a butcher shop set up in here. There we go. We got 2 stoves over here, table, jars. Say hi, everybody. Hey! Okay, so we're getting ready to get this thing fired up. Jerry's over here sharpening knives. We'll get a video of this. Oh yeah. Go through the motions, Jerry. There we go.
All right. You gotta get the angle right, and you have to make sure you got full contact every time. And then the stone slides. Then you come this way. This is really high tech. Takes really high intelligence to do this.
Jerry has multiple degrees in knife sharpening. In case you guys don't know that out there in my crowd, so.
Yeah,
there we go.
I actually have a BS in knife sharpening. the BS.
We agree with that, Jerry. Jerry also has a BS in BS.
Yes, he does.
I think he has a BA in BS too.
He's got a doctorate in BS.
So we got our staging area over here. Got all our tables set up right here. Susanna's got the stoves going over there. We got the canners for the jars. We got our kettle here to do the lard rendering in right there. More staging area. This is where we're going to start processing the meat right here.
And most importantly, we're going to eat it.
And we're going to eat. We're going to eat today. Hello, guys.
Hello, hello.
Eli. Hey, girls. So we got all of our food set up over here for today. And it's going to be a good one. Okay, so Grant and I are out here, and we're going to get this first round of meat out of the freezer. What we've got here is that's the ham we're going to cure for country ham, so we're going to leave that, but we're going to start with this side meat. This is the whole side of the hog right here, minus the ham and the shoulder, so we're going to get that out, get started cutting that down. So Grant and Katie are cleaning off this whole middle section of the hog right here. We got a little bit of hair on that from the transfer yesterday from where we processed the ham for me. So we're cleaning off the hair. I know it sounds gross, but it's just part of it. Anyway, so what they're doing is they're cleaning this up, and then we're going to get slicing. So what we got right there, I'll show you what we've got. So what we got here is the whole middle section of ham. We've got a rib section, we got the tenderloins up top up there, and then we've got the belly fat, or the pork belly. We're going to make bacon out of right there.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so giving a little update here. We've got through the first pig already. My wife's got the coal pack on. It's going canning over there. We got some lard being rendered off. We've got one tenderloin out of the second hog right here. You can see how it falls down the backbone right there, and then at the top of the ribs here. And there's the tenderloin. Everybody's hard at work. See? Except for Pop.
He's still working on his BS degree.
So we've got Grant's working on a front shoulder piece. Katie's cutting up some cold pack meat. Got our waste bucket here. And then over here, Callie is doing the last of our pig, the first pig, taking the meat off the bones there. We put all that in sausage. We'll show you the sausage grinding process. We got sausage, got some fat in here with lean. This is going to be lard. Jennifer's working on some backbone pieces here. And then Martha's over here working on...
It's going to be sausage, maybe some cold pack.
Sausage and cold pack here. Grant's still trimming on this leg. Andrew just finished up a tenderloin. So that's it. I got Susie here, and she's got cold pack pork. So what I need to explain to you, I'll let Susanna explain this to you on what cold pack pork is. Here we go, in a jar. Explain to them what we got.
That is just, the cold pack is the processing of it, that we put it in the jar without cooking it. And then it goes through the canner for about 1 hour and 15 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure, and then it comes out.
So what do you put on the pork? Seasoning? You put any
Salt.
seasoning?
Tablespoon of salt.
1 tablespoon of salt per jar.
Teaspoon, sorry. Teaspoons.
1 teaspoon of salt per jar. And then she puts it in these pressure canners for how long?
1 hour and 15 minutes.
1 hour and 15 minutes after it comes up to pressure. So there's that. We got some lard here. Let me show you what she's got, some lard rendering off here. Oh, that's looking nice.
That's what.
I wish you guys could smell that, because that smells so delicious. But anyway, what we got here, it started out like this with just fat rendered off to this.
And it'll end up in the jar.
And so she came up with a little secret formula here. Is what she does is take a coffee filter, and then she runs her her lard, or her liquid lard, through the coffee filter, gets out all impurities. I'm going to show you a jar of that when we get done. It's beautiful. And then we use that to cook with, like shortening or Crisco some people use. We use lard. So we got this going right here, like I said, and we'll keep. Okay, so Susanna's over here making lard, but the byproduct of lard is delicious. What you get right here is there's always some little chunks of meat left over. We call those cracklings, and they are very, very tasty. Deep fried pork. So anyway, we're going to keep working on all that. Ed's over here. Hey Ed.
Hey there.
And we got, he brought a vacuum sealer. Awesome. Got the vacuum sealer right here. And then over here, he's got a big sausage mill. And when I say big, I mean there's a cell phone laying on top of it. It's a beauty. We're just gonna keep working. Okay, so here is our lard. When it first comes out, it's still completely in liquid form, as you can see. And it's about that color, but it'll turn snow white when it's finished. And actually the heat from this will actually make the lids on the jar seal off. So Susie's over here cutting it up just a little bit finer where it cooks faster. Got a whole pot full here. And we got our jigger going right here. Everything's going really well today. Everybody's just pitching in and doing everything, so we got it going. Okay, so Susie's going to show you the difference between the fats right here.
So this is called leaf fat, and it's on the interior organs, and it's all real stretchy and springy and full of air. And then this is the back fat, which is the fat that's on the outside, and it's more dense and firm.
So obviously the back fat will cook off a lot more slowly than the leaf fat or whatever. So we just kind of throw it all in there together and keep it stirred up where it doesn't scorch or burn. But this makes great stuff right there.
All natural.
All natural. And also too, something on a baker's note, my wife does a lot of baking and cakes. A lot of bakers will tell you that the leaf fat makes extremely good product for baking. So there you go. Okay, Susie, you want to explain to us what you're doing?
The canners have come down from pressure and they're ready to be released. Mine shows that it's ready when this little thing goes down, and the other one, it just quits, steam quits coming out. You can tell that it's ready.
All right, here we go, folks. First canning coming out.
So it went in looking like this. This is what it comes out looking at.
See, it's still bubbling. It's still cooking in the jar there.
That's the part I don't like. I think at my age I should be able to say I don't like to do that.
I think we could all say that.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to try to show you here in the camera if I can. See this little dome right here? That's still up. This one does not have it. This one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it. They've already sealed. We've still got 1, 2, 3 that haven't sealed yet. But that's just a displacement of pressure and temperature that will help do that. But when you hear that pop, you know you've got it right. So we got most of these sealed already, and we still got 3 more to go. But right there, there you go. You can see it compared to that one.
I just gave Callie.
So right here we've got some of our lard that's from this year, and this has been in the refrigerator from last year. So you can see the difference. This is completely congealed, and it's nice and almost snowy white compared to this liquid here. So that's what we do. That's what our lard looks like. All right, so we got Ed over here. He's working on the side. So we've got tenderloin here. This is where the shoulder was at, and then we got the pork belly down there and ribs inside there. But we take all the meat off the ribs. Well, you can see the ribs cleaned, picked clean. So we take the meat off the ribs so that we can use it in the sausage. Ed's separating this right along the backbone there. He first takes his knife and cuts right along the edge of that backbone, letting the tip of his knife kind of go along the edge of those bones for a guide. And you'll see here in a few minutes, he'll roll that thing right out of there, and it'll just be one big loin. We got Andrew over here. He's working on the ribs, taking the meat out between the ribs. That's going into sausage. Martha's cubing up a piece of shoulder, I think, here. So there we got that. Got some more lard, sausage, lean meat. Jennifer's cleaning up part of the backbone right there. So here's what's left of my country ham curing agent. We got salt, dark brown sugar, red pepper flakes, black pepper flakes. Now, this is the first time I've ever done it, so this absolutely is not a how-to video. I just want to show you this mix that we have, and then I want to show you the ham. So here's our country ham. We put it in the seasoning with the hock pointed down, and we put all the seasoning all the way around it, covered it in butcher's paper, non-waxed butcher paper, and then we put it in a ham sock, and already it's been hanging here about 2 hours. Look at the moisture that's already come out of this right there. That's dripped out in the last 2 hours. So it's working, and I'll give you an update on that. I am going to get in out of the sun though. It doesn't need to be hanging out here in the sun. Even though it's in the mid 30s today, almost 40, we don't want to get spoiled. So that's what we've got. Okay, so we've got to the sausage making portion of the day, which is getting near the end. We've got sausage here. I've already put some seasoning on it. Got some more sausage meat here for us. And this is what we use: legs, seasoning, old-fashioned blend number 10. It's got a lot of sage in it. We really like it that way, and we'll keep mixing this together, and then we're going to grind it up over there on that big industrial grinder. So keep that going. Grant's working on another piece of meat over here. He's making looks like cold pack, the lean meat. Martha's working on some shoulder there. KJ's working on some fat for lard. Andrew is finishing out this rib cage section. He's trimming off the meat here at the bottom.
Can you lift?
Yep. So there we go. We are almost done, folks. We are almost done with the cutting up, and then my Susie is over here canning away. So everything's going really well. Everybody's getting really tired, but it's going really well. All right, so we got the sausage grinder working again. Probably operator error, and so now you can see as soon as I drop it in, it's grinding the sausage. Get a close up of that, Callie. Ed tells me this is the way it's supposed to work, so we're going to take his word on it.
A little easier too.
A lot easier. A lot easier. Alright, so we got Ed over here. He's working on the sausage with Callie. There's stuff in the sausage. So we got this contraption here. Sausage stuffer. He fills it up. Callie puts a bag on the end. And she takes it over here. And there you go. 1 pound of sausage. Okay, so we got a pan full of cracklings, and what this is this the meat? It's the meat, like right there, that's left in the lard, and then it comes off here. Oh my goodness. Whew, that stuff's so good. But anyway, so she's got some more lard over here, more cans of meat cooked, and plenty more to go. So it's going extremely well right now, and it's just, I love eating these things. It make you sick. You eat so many, it'll make yourself sick. You don't want to do that, but it's really, really good. Grant, Jerry, Jennifer are all over here stuffing the last little bit of sausage that's left. Breakfast sausage. Got about a half a tub there, and a little over half a tub there. About 25 pounds. So we got it going on. Everybody else is kind of chilling out now. It's coming to an end, everything but the canning. Susanna still has some canning right here left to do. I think she's got one more canning. These are coming down, as we call it. They're cooling off enough to take them out of the canner. We had one casualty this year. We actually had one that the bottom blew out of the jar. Thank goodness it didn't hurt anybody. It just broke in the canner. So we did lose that meat, but that's very seldom. But there you go. Got some more lard out here. I got more lard cooking.